Hi, YouTube. How are you doing? We hardly ever talk. Listen, if you like the show, please press like. That makes sense. And subscribe because we've got 5,000 subscribers. And if we get 10,000, you're going to get a new car. No, maybe a door. But listen, we've got a great guest today. His name's Ben Pope. And he's a comedian. Of course, he's a stand-up. Yeah, great. But what else? Yeah, he runs a bookstore and he knows all sorts of shit about books. And he's got a show coming up in Edinburgh. You're going to love it. And the show is great. So let's have a look. What's the joy of sex? It's hot outside, isn't it?
It's extremely hot. I'm not built for it, really. I think I should really have been I should have been born in like Norway or something. It wasn't.
In another world, have you done your family tree?
Have I done my family tree? I have bits of it, yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I asked you.
Is there like a Scandinavian? I thought that was like a curveball question.
Like that Norwegian player, Harland.
Oh, yeah. I've only heard about him. I don't really pay any attention to football at all. But then...
You know this is a football podcast.
It's not, is it?
Yeah.
Is it actually? Okay, don't do this to me. No, because my PR also was trying to pitch me for TalkSport the other day. And I was like...
I'm not doing TalkSport!
I was just like, I'll try. Like, I want to say yes to everything and try and be helpful and like yes but also I have no...
You have no knowledge of sports?
I'm aware of like that there's that guy Haaland because of the internet sort of will occasionally chew and spit out bits of football at me right now particularly.
But you run a bookshop.
Yeah.
Do you have any sports related books?
There's like two. And they're not really not really sports. Every so often we'll do like a sports biography.
Yes.
At Christmas. Like people love those.
Like who?
Dads mostly. So I'm trying to think who's dads and like people who.
I like sports biographies.
Yeah. Well, they're like.
I like biographies, but you know.
There's
Agassi wrote a good one.
I've heard about that.
How his dad hated him.
Right,
no, not hated him. No, he hated his dad for making him play tennis.
Right.
So for the longest time, he hated tennis.
Oh, and then while he was playing it. And then,
yes. Oh. And then gradually he's started to...
Come to love it.
Yeah, come to love it again.
Whoa. I always think that must be... It's not like that with comedy at all, is it? No one's like, you must do comedy. And then
I wonder, though.
There must be some people out there.
Well, I'm sure in vaudeville.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. There must be some like...
They would travel around. Son, someday...
You will be juggling these eggs.
You're going to hold the bucket of hay and you're going to throw it on me. Yeah. But then one day you'll get it thrown on you. Yeah.
Music hall Nepo babies. Yeah, that must be a thing.
But I'm just wondering about stand-up, if anybody... I mean, acting. Yeah, I can see acting.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, but are there any stand-ups who have stand-up kids?
This is interesting. I don't think so.
Yeah, this would be good to... I know there's like a couple of there's like people who are adjacent to it, I suppose. I think often like actors have like comedian...
Well, you know the joke about Kirk Douglas.
No, what's that?
Well, Kirk Douglas's son did stand-up here in London.
Oh, really?
And apparently it's one of the best heckles ever is he wasn't doing that well. And he goes, "Don't you know who I am? I'm Kirk Douglas's son." And somebody stood up and goes, "No, I'm Kirk Douglas's son."
Okay, that's great.
That's a great heckle.
I really like that.
I don't know if it really happened, but
that's nice.
You want it to.
You really want it to. I've. Wait, what was
I
that?
don't know.
Okay,
You do
okay.
want it to.
You do, yeah. I think there's there's very few heckles that are actually helpful or fun, but then when someone really nails it on the head, it's like, oh, this is better than anything we would have come to. I would never there's no joke I could come to have kind of brought that would be better than what this random person has said at this particular moment.
Yes.
I think they're either like completely unhelpful or like sublime.
It's
I
a
think
moment thing.
Yeah.
It has to be, yeah.
I think those are the two options.
How do you feel about hecklers in your show? Is it something you...
I don't mind it so much. I've done lots of like comparing and stuff. So I don't feel too badly about it. Or at least I feel like... And I also don't like the idea... I think there's often quite a lot of like... People have no tolerance for it, like zero tolerance for it. And I think often that kind of feels like you've forgotten it's like meant to be live. It is like a live thing with people in a room. You know?
Yes.
You're not just doing a monologue.
People forget about it because they go, I did it in front of my mirror.
It should have been fine. The mirror didn't say anything to me.
The mirror didn't talk back at me or throw butter.
I like butter as a...
Yeah, people throwing butter.
Have you had butter thrown?
Pads of butter.
Yeah.
No.
From another life.
But, so heckling is just part of the whole deal.
I think so. But I also I'm not a big fan of... there's always someone who's just like, they think they have no real desire to entertain. They're not trying to be smart or clever. They just want the whole room to be about them rather than about the show. And that I find that's frustrating.
Yes.
When you have someone who you've paid for me to be the narcissist. You don't also get to be the narcissist in the room.
What is this? Yeah. Competing narcissists?
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of podcasts.
You get an agent.
You do this for a decade.
But one of the I've watched you online, but one of the things I like about your act is just your cadence is so... It's like, even if you weren't saying words, the way you say things is just funny.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you have these throwaway things I really love.
Oh, man. This is very kind coming from you, Rich. You're the king of cadence.
I am Mr. Cadence.
You're Mr. Cadence. Yeah.
No.
You are. You've done voices for Rick and Morty and stuff, right?
Yes, but not about cadence.
That's about cadence, though. Or you gotta read the melody.
Yeah, that's true. But it is kind of a melody. Like, I bet I never heard of this as an experiment. But if you took away the words and just went like how people deliver their lines and stuff.
That would be funny on its own. Yeah, I think so. I think you have to. It's like a sort of sing-song thing. I think people would like it short, for a little bit, and then they'd get really bored.
They'd be an hour of that would be too much.
I don't have I don't have the kind of clown what's the word I want? Discipline.
Yes.
Where you can just make noises at people.
Or be comfortable with nothing.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
But you're very good at talking to a crowd because obviously you've done it, you've compared. But have you done a podcast before?
I've never done my own one.
But I bet you could do one. I don't say a lot of people can do this, but where you're just talking, it's just you.
Oh.
I bet you could do one of those.
Oh yeah, maybe. And maybe that would work.
Well, you kind of do with the books.
Yeah, it is really. It's because I think I freak out a lot in conversation.
What do you mean?
As in sometimes I'm
Kenny,
just...
you didn't tell me about that.
Deeply unhelpful to hear
in an
actual conversation. I just mean I think I worry about stand-up. I know I'm this is a controlled thing, and I know exactly... And if someone says something crazy, I can just I have I've got moves and weapons.
You got
and all
moves,
the rest, and then if it's just me speaking, then I think I would be cool. I have control. I've got complete control over this. And then it's like when you have like this is fun, but I'm also like, I'm just at all times. I'm like, what?
What, a conversation because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like improv because you're going to have to react to whatever
This is
is
it. And that scares me.
Well,
I don't want to do improv.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're an independent podcast, so sometimes we need to rely on your support. And one of the ways to do that is through Patreon. That's right. You can receive exclusive episodes. You can see them early. You can get your names on the credits. Yeah, as you'll notice. And many other things that we haven't even thought of. So if you want to do that, please get on my profile and we'll get right back to the episode now, okay? That's it. What is it about books that don't scare you? You control the book.
Yeah. Well, this is sort of related. Audiobooks, I don't like. I find audiobooks really difficult because I don't control the flow and the speed of the information you're receiving.
Yeah, it's like speed this part up.
Yeah. I wanna flick through it, or I wanna take and pace and think about it for a bit. And you can do that when you have complete control of the thing. But when it's just being like spat at you out of the sort of audio sewage pipe of a
Plus, not everybody is as good at it.
Oh yeah, that's true. There are some really
There's some bad ones, aren't there?
Yeah, a friend was telling me they got a really cut price bargain one off some site, and it was truly someone who didn't. It was just making mistakes the whole time. Was reading it in a monotone. With coughing and sneezing during it and stuff.
Yeah, it was during COVID with the mask. Harry Potter. So the thing about it too is I have friends that do this for money.
Oh yeah, right.
And they do it in a booth, and they pretty much edit the stuff themselves, or they some of it. You can't listen to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta trust the person.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, I suppose that's quite kind of, that's probably, you do have to, it's a bit of a leap of faith, isn't it? And I think, again, I would probably feel very comfortable recording one of them, but I wouldn't want to listen to it, I don't think.
But so you don't sell audio books?
No, we just sell the visual version.
So how did this all get started? You wanted, when you were younger, books came first, right?
Kind of, yeah. I was always I was reading a lot. My parents were a librarian and an English teacher. So it was
gotta read.
I had to. It was it was.
If you didn't, it was like Agassi with books.
Yeah, it was exactly like Agassi, yeah. They were never violent. I should point out they were never violent.
No, okay, let's clear the record
very
here.
Clear.
Because they are going to watch this.
They will.
Yeah.
No, so it was probably books
Did
first.
they give you the books to read, or did they say you go, I want to read this, and then they would just encourage you, or would they go, you might want to read this?
They were pretty. I think they were pretty universal about it. There was quite a lot of they just had loads of stuff, and so it was just you go pick something
out of their libraries.
Yeah. So that was nice, and yeah, it was always just better to be reading something than nothing.
What's the joy of sex?
Oh, yeah.
No, not that one.
They were well, it's got to learn sometimes, I guess. No, luckily there was not that much. I did not find the Kama Sutra around. I was wow, oh my God.
So early on, you just became enamored.
Yeah, and it was just a hobby. It's never a thing. I was ever ooh, I'm going to become a
book.
A book. Yeah.
I'm going to turn into a book.
Yeah. Daddy, when I get older, I want to be a book. No, it was never that. And then it was, and then when I was a teenager, I started watching stand-up, and I was oh, comedy is great, and sketch and everything.
Who did you? So at first, it was you went to a club. Or did you
Yeah,
watch it on
ooh,
TV?
no, I saw it on TV. It was sort of like when I was a teenager. It was like the heyday of like the panel shows. So it was like really
Oh,
Mock
yeah,
the
yeah.
Week when it just started, and Have I Got News for You, obviously, and like there was a lot of, but there was a lot more sketch on TV as well. So it was
Yes.
like Mitchell and Webb and um, Armstrong and Miller and
Oh, yes. Armstrong and Miller.
it was so fun and also
Miller and Armstrong.
yeah. All of these Mitchell and Armstrong and
Webb and Armstrong.
yeah,
Everybody with Armstrong.
the sort of whatever it is, Crosby, Stills and Nash of
Yes.
the super group
No, there were a lot of sketches
and
then.
like
But that wasn't stand-up. They had
No.
live at the Apollo, though, right?
yeah. Well, that's it. And I started watching Dylan Moran and Bill Bailey were really the two big ones. That was
I was in Edinburgh when they were both up for it was the Perrier back then.
Yeah.
The big award.
Right.
And it was almost like, oh, do you have to give it to one of them?
Yeah.
Why can't they both win it?
That would be so cool. What were you doing up that year? Were you just watching or were you doing a show?
I was doing a show.
Uh-huh.
And the show I did was a one-person show. I played a professor.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm telling them about the Fringe, like what shows there are, and then I would break off and do whatever I was talking about.
Oh, cool.
But the claim to fame of my show was it was right before League of Gentlemen. And it was the year that was it the year they won? No, this was the year after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, so you were like, it's like the League of Gentlemen, but
I go, where is the crowd?
Yeah, sure, okay.
And then there's a whole queue after my show that's just like waiting to see.
You're like,
you
would love this. This is for you guys.
Bastards.
Yeah, that's annoying. Okay.
But
yeah, no, those two, they were the big ones for me. And then I started doing it when I did lots of theater at school.
Would you do theater because you wanted to, or was it a gateway into stand-up?
It was probably a gateway into. I quite liked it, but it was definitely like I want to get as close to this, and you can't. There wasn't like there probably were ways you could do it as a teenager.
Yeah,
I was way too embarrassed to do that. And then I just when I was
just something to get on a stage.
Yeah, exactly. And sort of. And getting laughs in a play was like, okay,
that's pretty good. I got a little taste.
Just a little. Yeah. That's amazing. No, sorry. It's just nice to be. It's like so cool to be on a podcast with Rich Fulcher and he's doing. And you're just doing. You're doing.
No, stop.
Voices
No, go
I'm
on.
just like, this is great. This is what I came here for. This was really
just some of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good.
Can you remind me to do that on another one? I guess people like it.
It's great. That's the real deal.
So it was Bill Bailey, Dylan Moran,
Bob Bailey, Bob Dylan, and sorry. Yes, it was Bill Bailey.
And what about? Did you watch any other things like Flight of the Conchords?
I did. They were a big one. And.
Alan Partridge and
yeah. Less so. You know what I found? It was like I really loved the whimsical stuff, and I found like Alan Partridge and like The Office and extras and stuff. I found that way too
reality based.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Like it was so.
Some people are like that. They go, "Oh, that's like a regular job."
I just it was so cringy, and some people love that, and I just couldn't. I'd much rather have Bush rather than that.
Is that the way you are with your reading? Were you more in the phantasmagorical side of things?
A little bit. I like sci-fi and fantasy. Well,
really?
But like sci-fi more than fantasy.
Hitchhiker's Guide?
Hitchhiker's Guide, yes. What was I reading when I was that young? That kind of thing.
Did you ever read Ray Bradbury?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I thought those were cool.
And so, like, all that kind of lint stuff. That like, what's the word I want?
Lint?
Do you know Lint, Steve? There's a guy. Oh, there's a really funny. You should read this. There's a really funny comic novel called Lint, and it's about those guys who were writing like. Kind of sort of amazing tales, kind of.
Yes.
That kind of like almost like getting paid by the word or whatever. And he's like the guy writing is like a biography of his, and they're all just like fake ones, parody ones that he's come up with.
Oh, that's great.
And it's very funny. I'm trying to remember what the hell the word is for that kind of writing.
Did you get into graphic novels?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I was definitely when I was younger. I liked like. I loved the X-Men and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I loved all the artwork. And then I tried to read some more of the kind of actual more adultish ones, not adult one. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not Joy of Sex. But Joy of X-Men.
Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to think what. And then, there's loads of great graphic novels now. Persepolis by Margin
yes,
is really good, and
it's so weighty,
yes,
and stuff.
But it feels like it's such an easy way in because of the images. The images are so kind of like fun and easy, and like the visuals of it are so like it feels very easy. It's a great way to receive that information.
Wasn't that a movie as well?
They made a movie. There's a really funny cartoonist who does stuff for the New Yorker called Will McPhail, and he has a brilliant graphic novel called In. That's very just like completely beautiful and also very funny. And it's about like a guy who dissociates, and when he dissociates, he goes into these like weird fantasy realms, and it's sort of about him trying to actually be present. That's great.
I always get worried though. Like I have two kids, and one's about almost a teenager. But if they start the graphic novel thing, that they're going to lose the book thing.
Yeah.
Go off into a different arena.
It's really tough. There's this absolutely cursed book that we sell in the shop that is so popular with kids called Dog Man.
Yes.
And
they've gone through this.
Man. And it's just like endless. So many of them. They all want as many of them. And they want that, and they do not want any other kind of book.
We're out of Dog Man.
Yeah. He's done. He's gone.
Any kid that comes in, no Dog Man.
Try the joy of sex. For God's sake. Yeah,
something else.
Yeah. It's just it's annoying because it's one of those things where I think at first it feels like a victory because you're like, yes, I got my kids to read.
Yeah.
And then actually it's not. It's just like its own little silo. And I'm sorry to the author of Dog Man, who I assume is also watching this along with my parents.
Dave, what's his name?
Is it Dave Pilkey?
Dave Pilkey, yeah.
Because I really enjoyed Captain Underpants as a kid.
Yes.
Which is by the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't, that felt, I don't know, somehow bizarrely more highbrow than Dog Man.
Really? Yeah, a little bit.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, I understand the worry. It's once they're on graphic novels, are they gonna get stuck? But I don't know. There are always phases with these things. Did you read a lot when you were a kid?
I did. I read weird things though. I would read. When I was young, I read biographies and history things.
Okay.
It was all nonfiction-y stuff.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until I was older I started to read more fiction-y. And I would read stuff like the 25 I loved compilation books, like the 25 best basketball games ever.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah.
And then I started reading about, serial killers and stuff.
Sure.
And you would order them with the book at school. They would allow you to order books.
Oh, right.
And then the parents would give you the money to pay for it. And they would never look at all the,
That's so funny. 25 best serial killers.
Circus freaks.
Yeah.
No, I would look at circus freaks and stuff like that.
Okay.
And weird, yeah.
Like the sort of Guinness World Book of Records.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was very Yeah, I would read about TV stuff and everything. Yeah,
Incredibly
yeah.
knowledgeable child. Then.
I don't know,
A lot
but
of trivia at your fingertips.
yeah, but I don't know if that was right. So
I don't know, man. I don't know if that was okay. I'm sure there's no bad.
There's no bad.
I think there's no bad. No, there's some bad, but there's not. That's not bad. I think that's great.
So when you started doing, you did stand up very young.
I probably did my first gig when I was like 19.
Oh, okay.
So not that. There are people who started earlier than that, but I started at university.
And so you went to university, and did books play at did the bookshop thing have anything to do with what you studied, or?
Well, I did only in as much as I was like, I did classics, so I did like Latin and Greek and like ancient literature and stuff. So there was like an element of it, like that.
Groton.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Groton? Yeah.
Both of those together. Yeah. Like, what's the, not Spanglish. Yeah, Spanglish. Like
yes.
Yeah. Groton. Yeah. So I was just reading, but it was hard to read while I was studying because so much of the work was reading, and then you didn't want to spend all your time off also reading. So I probably didn't pick up like a novel for like 2 years.
Yeah, it was hard to relax. Yeah.
And then got way back into it as like an adult. It was just like
It's almost like I got school out of the way. Now I'm free to read again.
I know, it's kind of nice.
Joy of sex.
The joy of sex. And the joy of sex too. The sexing.
Joy of sex 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, well that also happened for the yeah, so that was nice too.
So when did the bookshop thing get into it? When did you get into that?
Basically, I was like, to be blisteringly honest with you, I just wasn't successful enough as a comedian. So I had to have a retail job at the same time.
Who doesn't?
Well,
Yeah.
So I was working in cafes and toy shops and a gift shop, and I did ghost tours for a while. I did a lot of like tutoring. I worked I was like the receptionist at an academic society for a bit. I used to do terrarium workshops where you'd like...
As one does, right? We all have to do our terrarium workshops.
It's a rite of passage for every young...
What is that?
So,
it's like a turtle.
Yeah, no, so that... very close. So that's maybe a terranium, I think that's called.
Oh, that's a terrarium.
I think where you have like reptiles and a thing. No, terrarium is those like old Victorian things where it's like it's a big glass kind of case and you have plants inside.
Right.
It's like the idea is it's like wow, look at these amazing plants from
and you
exotic
tell
places.
people about them.
There was like a real phase of it. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, there was a real like Victoriana, like let's have these things in our houses.
I missed that whole thing.
That people wanted to learn how to make them. So there was a company that did it. I was friends with someone who was friends with it. So I would go along and like help out, like show all these people. It was often like people who had like go to their fancy office, and then their work dues, their like work kind of social thing was there's a little activity for you to do in the corner. So I would go and like help people my own age who had proper jobs.
Really?
to sort of make...
To set up a terrarium.
Yeah, and then they could take them home. And I think it cost, they had to pay like 20 quid or something.
Wow.
So it was kind of like, it was fun. And they also did like Christmas wreaths and all this sort of stuff. So I did a lot of like... And then during the pandemic, it was very helpful because they were sending out loads of these kits. So I would be like, I helped them. Like,
they were kids.
I was in their like factory doing all of this stuff. The little warehouse doing all this stuff. And that was a particularly like late capitalist moment for me where I was like, it was like the pandemic and I was inside like a warehouse
You're
putting like little pebbles into plastic things to put in the post to people.
you were an entrepreneur.
I was not an entrepreneur. I was like an entrepreneur's helper. I was, yeah. I was definitely an employee. I was not the.
And so it wasn't until after COVID you got into the bookstore.
Yeah, I sort of
You've never gotten into bookstores.
I started before
This is all a ruse.
Yeah, yeah. I just go to places and pretend. No, it's I started there working part-time before COVID, and then during the pandemic, my boss went on to start her own shop somewhere else. So I just sort of shifted up and started doing her job.
Oh,
So
nice.
I've been running. I don't own the shop, but I manage it, and I've been doing that for like 7 years.
So all this time you've been doing stand-up as well, and now you've melded the two.
Well, that's the thing. I think I wanted to keep them separate for ages because I was like, "This is, it's unprofessional to like."
Yeah,
make
you
this a
can't
thing.
talk about books.
You know? Yeah, people
Stand
do
up.
too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
The joy of sex. No. But then I was just like, oh, you know what? I think I need to lean into this because no one else has this life. All the comedians I
No.
talk to are like, they either do some sort of office job they hate alongside comedy, or they're full-time comedian and they like do this all day, or they just bum around at home all day or something. I don't know what they do. I guess get paid to write for things or whatever.
Well, maybe sometimes if you're lucky.
Yeah, well, that feels like more and more of a...
But everybody's intrigued by books because it's like, books? What? What's a good book?
Yeah.
And then people want to know.
Oh, my God.
People have book clubs. There's comedians now with book clubs.
There is. I'm one.
You are one.
I'm one of those comedians.
But I've been told too on the show actually that the new big tour is to have a book tour.
Yeah.
But it's like a stand-up thing almost.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
You
that
know?
would make sense. Yeah, I think so because there is less. I think with like stand-up tours, it's very. There's like a kind of win-lose with it, where it's like, are you making money? Are you like getting enough bums on seats? You know, have you written the show? Whereas with like a book tour, you get to have a nice chat with someone. People may be paid to come and see it. They also then buy the book.
Yes.
So it's like you're basically just running a merch table.
It's a
and
win-win.
different things. Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. But you do have to write a book.
You have to write a book. I forgot about that. Damn it.
Have you ever written a book, Rich?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, it's called Tiny Acts of Rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to get this in the show.
I need yes. I didn't do a book tour. If I did it now, I would have definitely done a whole thing. Because like people like Richard Iwadi, they're doing these tours,
Big time.
and they're quite popular. Of course, he's popular.
Yes, and then.
But the book thing, I think it gives it amount of heft.
Yeah.
Too, because you're going to see something. It's not quite stand-up,
Yes.
but it's got funny.
Yeah, you don't have to worry as much, I think, if you're going to go and see them. You're not like, oh, God, is it going to be good?
Yeah, it's just, I'm just going to go see it. I'm going to buy the book anyway.
So I might as well get a little freebie. Yeah.
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 So when you were doing pandemic, when you were spreading the pandemic.
It's some of my best work.
Yeah.
It's definitely the most far-reaching thing I've ever done.
Would
honestly.
you do online stuff?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not much. I was sort of, the first chunk of it, I just wasn't really doing anything because I went
You
back
had
to,
COVID.
I had, I still have it. No, I'm just kidding. It would be weird if I. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Man, long-term COVID.
I've got. It's really long. I just keep eating those bats. That's the problem.
Yes,
It's so delicious.
My God. Bats.
What was I going to say? The first chunk of it, I went to stay with my parents and my sister, and it was like I don't think anyone knew what the hell was going on, but we lived in like a tiny bungalow, the four of us, and my sister was teaching like a class, she was like primary school teacher, so she was teaching in the back room on Zoom, and then my dad had Parkinson's disease, so I was like caring for him with my mom. So like there was no,
It was a full house.
there was no chance that I was like seeing friends who were just like, what am I gonna do in my big old flat with nothing to do? And I was like, oh, like,
because that's when people would go from flats to like a bigger house or something. Yeah.
And you just see people like, oh, there's nothing to do, and I'd be like, I wish I had nothing to do.
I'm in a forest.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't do much, but then occasionally like little gigs would come through, and I started doing a bit more kind of. I started seriously thinking about what I should do online, because until that point I didn't have a smartphone, and I did not want to engage with having to put video content all out.
Yes, content.
You know, I've come kicking and screaming to where I am.
But now you've done it. What was your first? Your first thing was comedy. It wasn't book related.
Yeah, I just put loads of stand up up, and then I put some YouTube shows up, like like a special, and there really wasn't. And then I just after a while, you just go like, I'd done it. I was doing that for long enough to be like, I'm not really making the headway here to make this worthwhile.
What do you mean? Why did you say that?
As in, like, my stand-up was going well on the live circuit, was having a great time, was gigging loads, was pleased with the work. It was like, I was like, this is all great. And then you put it online, and people would just be like, okay. And you're like, okay, well, I toiled over these beautiful little Cohen-like jokes. You know, the clips.
Oh, yeah,
and you put it out, and you just watch, like, you know, it would be seen, you know, maybe 1,000 times at most, and you'd be like, and 30 people would like it, and you'd go,
right?
What am
It's difficult because as your presence gets bigger, that's what gets the.
Well, this is it. It's like really cumulative, but I just didn't feel like that was, you know, it seems like the only way really to like get without getting on like a big show.
Yes.
There isn't really a way to. Sorry to be talking so tactically and.
You're
grossly.
very tactical.
It didn't seem like there was a way to.
So when did you make this shift into the book?
I did like
realm?
I did one reel about. I think I did one about like annoying customers at Christmas that did fine, did pretty well, and then I did one about book covers that I didn't like.
Let me rewrite this though for you. If it were a movie,
yeah.
You're like sick of the stand-up. Oh my God! You know, I'm really sick. Turn on the camera. And you're having a whiskey. I'm really sick about Christmas and these people going into the bookstores. It's like I've had it. Cut, and then you go into the back, and then you see the like 50,000, 100,000, and then it's like you come back. It's like what? What did I just do?
This is it. I told the story wrong. I should have done it like that.
But is that sort of?
Yeah, well, there was definitely, there's the one I did about book covers. I literally, I put it out, like, on a Sunday evening, put my phone away, and came back the next morning and was like, fucking hell. Like, it wasn't, I've had, like, a bigger one since then, but it was still one of, like, went so far.
But did you do it with all the editing and the graphics? And
kind of, but it was not. It was on my old phone, and it was pretty crummy, really. It was like, but it was just people feel very strongly about books in a way that they do not feel about just like generic stand-up.
What do you mean?
They just the people
dogs and cats.
Yeah.
I like dogs.
But I like cats.
Why are you saying you like cats?
Yeah. I mean, people are animated about that for sure.
No, but when it comes to books,
yeah, there's just like people. The online community is very passionate.
What did you say about the covers that was kind of?
I was just like, there's like 5. I was like, here are 5 book covers that I'm like really sick of seeing, and like I'm a bookseller. I see hundreds of these things every day. And it came from a conversation I had with like my friend Vida, who I worked with, and we were just like, God, if I see this again, like
that's
this,
great.
You know, this.
Well, you know what it is. You had a take.
Yeah.
And it's never been out there before. And I think people You tapped into their subconscious about like I have a take on this as well.
Yes, it was really rewarding in that sense. It was like in the way that like doing good stand up is when you
Yeah.
go like you like put you
I've
do
hit
like,
on something.
you just this and like this turn of phrase for this, and people just go like I'm gonna remember that until I die. Like that is like, and that's how I felt about like Dylan Moran and Bill Bailey. Is was like seeing those when I was a teenager. I was like they have a way of saying stuff where you're like, oh, I will now only think of that when I do that thing.
Right.
You know?
Forever.
Yeah, Dylan Moran has the line about going to Australia and there being like the sea's full of like, you know, things designed to kill you. You know, there's sharks and thingies and swimming knives, and like I can't think of Australia without thinking about swimming knives.
Swimming knives.
And that's just like.
Is that true, Kenny?
What?
They have swimming knives.
I guess you could call them that.
He was
you
asleep.
Australian?
I am, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes okay. I thought you were just fact checking.
Yeah.
Get Google
He
out.
thought he
That's
was pulling an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just when you okay yes yeah.
So this particular video was about book covers.
Yeah.
That really. What was it about book covers?
I was just saying I was like kind of annoyed. Like I was just pointing out like, oh, there's always one, and it's like, you know, a sad lady with her head in her hands, or and
they're always doing the same thing.
the same poses, or you know, I did one recently that was like about like you see a thriller. There's always like a random house on the front cover.
Yes.
Why is there a thriller house? Like why? And just like, so many. And what I think people.
What about the one with the train? The woman across the street from the train.
Yeah, this is good. I should do one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else? There's the guy running into like a city on like a thriller cover. That's
like
often
a
one of-
silhouette. Yeah.
There's often ones with like comedy, like men having like a midlife crisis. Is always like a guy falling. It's always like he's just like whoa. He's like a cartoon man like falling.
Mad Men.
Like in Mad Men. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. Yeah, there's that kind of thing, and it's just like when you point it out, and I'm never saying like, oh, I think this is shit. I'm just saying, oh, look, it's really just being like, look, I've noticed this.
Yes.
Which
in a way, though, it is a take.
Yeah.
You have a take.
Yeah, which is nice. It's nice, which I think is, again, what maybe makes it more relatable than the stand-up I was doing online, which was those shows made sense as shows, and it's like fun in the room. But if you don't know what my take is,
What your thing
like
is,
what I'm saying, then people. Whereas now I think I have a thing, but people are like, oh yeah, Ben's the book guy.
Yes.
Which is, helpful.
But you know what I find too with stand-up sometimes is the people that do have those takes. You know, it's like, this is the thing about, you know, relationships. Let me tell you, like if you say it in those terms, you know, like before a big crowd, and that, you know, it's almost in a way, it's a bit preachy.
Yes.
That has more of an effect on a crowd. I mean, it's a style.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's not my style. I'm not like that.
No, I don't think it's there's a way of doing it. And this is again the problem with doing a lot of these things online is that it is very like it does sort of force you down to that kind of. It does like slightly narrow you to a point.
Yeah.
I would never be like, here are 5 things that I fucking hate about like that. I would never say that. That's not who I am as a person. And it feels kind of that.
But people love that on the internet.
It's very simple. It's very lists. People love lists, you know.
5 reasons you should wear a tie. 1, I don't know.
Are there any? What are the reasons? Actually, that's quite a good.
I don't think you should wear a tie anymore.
Yeah, that would be a funny reel. It's like 5 reasons you should wear a tie, and then the guy realizing there are no
halfway through.
yeah.
And then he makes them up, and then he hangs himself with the tie. That's the last one.
That's great. Escalate.
Okay,
yes.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to tell you a little something about our merch. We do have merch, but for those of you who have never ordered before, we've got a special 10% discount if you do the promo code TalkBox10. That's right, TalkBox10 for a 10% off. and it's a one-time deal only, okay? So you get your one time! Anyway, back to the show. Bye. So when you did this, you got excited.
Yeah, it was just like, it was nice to, I mean, excited is a big word. I was like, this feels like a thing that people are going to grasp hold of. And I'm just, I don't know, I've been
But
doing
we're
this.
all looking for a thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and again, I always worry about it narrowing to a point. Like,
Oh, he's the book guy. He can only do books.
yeah, and I think, that's not entirely indicative of all of my talents, but and
Don't
also,
get him on that TV show. Get him on a book show.
yeah, I mean,
Just books.
yeah, this is my worry: is that what happens if I don't, I lose.
What
out
you
the
do
stuff.
is build it as high as you can and then switch.
Okay, this is great advice. This is very helpful.
Or you can start seeping in other things as you're growing. But I feel like, yeah, ride this puppy.
Yeah, get right up to the top and then do like a Snoop Dogg and bring out a wine.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I think that's pretty wise.
Bring out your wines.
Bring out bring out your wines. You should definitely have a wine, Rich. If you did, what would your wine?
I'd have a boxed wine.
You'd have
No. What kind of wine would I? I'm fascinated by. Oh, maybe there's new British wines that would be good because of climate change.
Oh yeah.
So I could talk about the climate change and
Okay.
go, how about some British wine? Shetland. No, I don't know.
Oh, Shetland sparkling. Yeah.
Shetland sparkling.
Yeah. That's it's pretty existential, isn't it? Also, British wine is such a kind of, what an oxymoron of a phrase. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like
Yes.
sounds bad, doesn't it?
But it might change. It might change now.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully we can.
Yeah.
Hopefully the two of us can change it.
We can do it.
We can bring out our wines. Rich. Although, would yours be? Are you American?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
so yours
both.
You're both now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you could, an Anglo-American wine. That sounds palatable.
So you, not to segue hard on this.
Please.
You did an Edinburgh show last year. Was that your first one?
No, I'd done many Edinburgh shows.
But the last year was pretty big.
Yeah,
it did really well.
I hadn't done it for like 6 years before that. So I took a break. The pandemic came along, and I wasn't going to go that year anyway.
Oh, no, nobody's going to go.
And then I was like, you know what, sack it off, And then, and then I just sort of like, I just couldn't bring myself to go back. I was like, it just seemed such a kind of bottleneck of people like trying to like make it work. And I was like, it feels so stressful. And I was like, maybe I'll come back, but I'll come back when I have like a show that I'm excited to do.
Yeah.
And then I did this show last year, and it was just like a few things happened in my life where I was like, I really got to talk about this. I got circumcised, and my dad died. And so I was like, doink, we're going to put those two together.
But it seems like when you take it down to its level of things that you need to talk about, those are the things that really work for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like immediately, I was like, I have to. I always find this with stuff. I'm like, if something bad happens to me, and I'm sure this is the same with most comedians, something bad happens to you, you go like, well, it'll be good material. There'll be a story. There'll be something. There'll be like, something to diamonds in the rough,
But this year, you're going to go, it's not for the whole time. It's just 3 days of a book.
Yeah, I'm doing
type thing.
I'm doing a little work in progress for like 5 days at the right at the top. And then the big thing I'm doing is, these 3 book club shows right in the middle. Yeah, it should be really fun. It's like the show, we run it in London, and like every time it's like a different book, and then also 2 new guests who are comedians, and we've all read the book, and I encourage the audience to read the book as well.
Oh, it's like a little book club.
This is it. And then I do like I essentially do like a routine about the book at the beginning of the show. And then we talk to the guests. It's almost like a live podcast. We talk to them about like their reading habits and things like that. And I ask them some questions about that. And then we talk about the book in depth. And then there's some games.
Games?
Yeah, sort of like, is this a quote from the book or is this from The Joy of Sex?
Oh,
or,
nice.
that kind of thing. We cast the film of the book,
That's great.
and then we decide whether we're going to keep it or chuck it.
And do you think that after Edinburgh, you're gonna tour it?
Well, yeah, this is the plan. We're definitely going to bring it back to London for some shows in the autumn. And then I think the plan is next year at some point, we're going to take it. I'm going to do like a stand-up tour, and then we're going to do at certain of the places we're going to do.
That's smart.
Like, sort of do a book club as well.
Combine the two.
Yeah, so which is I'm not thinking about that yet because it feels like it's such
right.
an enormous.
But
the
think
amount
about
of
it, but don't
logistics.
think about it. But
But
think
I-
about it, but don't think about it.
But to anyone watching or listening, you should think about it and definitely like dwell on it and keep coming back to my Instagram page every time you think about it
Yes,
to check
exactly.
whether he's said it's going to happen or not.
This is one other thing we do. It's called fill in the blank.
Okay.
I just give you a sentence and you just fill in the blank.
All right.
Some foods I will eat blank days expired.
10?
10 days expired.
I think 10.
I would do that.
Yeah, I think
I would
so.
do that.
It really depends what it is.
Meat?
Oh, meat's tough.
Meat stuff, yeah.
It's tough. Yeah, this is true. My partner is a chef, so she's quite kind of like. But when she's out of the house, I'm having all kinds of off. Yeah.
No chef rules.
Just chop the mold off. It's
yeah,
fine.
that's true.
Yeah.
Blank is when I'm most macho.
When am I? It's hard to even find one example. When I am bringing a Christmas tree home from the thing,
Macho.
right over the shoulder.
Yeah. You throw it down on the fire.
Bam. Yes.
It's on fire.
Oh, it's on fire. Why did I put it in the
Shit.
fire?
What am I doing?
I meant to decorate it. Oh, man.
The best year of my life was when I was blank.
Oh, whoa. That's hard. Maybe 13.
13.
Yes, and that is, I will explain that.
Teenager.
Because doesn't feel like it would be true. I went to boarding school between the ages of 8 and 12 and was a little choir boy.
Okay.
And so when I was 13, I finally went like home and
got a Christmas tree.
got a Christmas tree. Christmas that year, best Christmas of my fucking life. So good. Because I used to like sing on Christmas Day. I used to be like, I was at Westminster Cathedral. So I was like, one of those little like, doo-doo-doo. So I didn't get like a normal Christmas for like 5 years.
No, you got a little gruel.
Yeah, exactly. And so like normal Christmas, suburban, like, life like in The Simpsons. Like I get to go to school on my little bike every morning. Freedom, don't have to sing loads of little songs all the time.
Oh, so you got out of the boarding school lifestyle.
13 was like a great year because I was like, I'm a real boy.
Nice, nice.
That was a great year of my
I can
life.
exercise my freedom.
Yeah.
It's at the blank where I always seem to meet the most people.
The Fringe, probably.
Nice, that's true.
Yeah, there was a long period of my life where I was like, I didn't make any friends or have any relationships, like romantic relationships, unless it was at the Fringe. It was like 1 month every year where like I had a social life.
Right, because it's like if you're a podiatrist and then you go to the podiatrist convention.
Yeah, and you're like, here are all the folks.
These are my people.
Yeah, and everyone's kind of like in party mode. So it's sort of like a big house party for a month.
Podiatry.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is the portion where you can plug whatever you need to plug.
Wow. This feels like it's been an hour-long plug of me. I feel like I've just been going on about.
No, where can people buy tickets to your... It's probably sold out, isn't it?
No. This is why I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm here mostly for your delightful conversation And then point 2 is to sell some tickets.
Okay.
So let me do that, for goodness sake.
Please do it.
Sorry.
Take it away.
I am doing, so the aforementioned book club show is on the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th of August
Oh, boy.
at the Assembly rooms, the studio rooms.
Nice. Those are nice.
Which should be fun. It's like a 250-seat lecture hall theater, which is crazy. It's an absolutely
That's a good one.
insane number of people. So I really need people.
You need to sell this baby out.
Yeah. But the guests are really fun. The books are really fun. The books are The Salt Path by Raina Wynn, Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain, and A Court.
He's dead, though.
He is dead. Doesn't need to be there, though. That's thank goodness. He is dead. And A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And the guests include Pierre Novelli, Celia A.B., Anya Magliano, who else? Reese James, Amy Matthews, Tammy Wilkie. Great people. So we're going to have a really nice time. And people should come to that.
Please come to the show and buy your tickets on your site.
On my site, on the Assembly website, on the Fringe website, on my Instagram, there's a little link for it. If you can name a website that has something to do with the Fringe, I'll probably be on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that this thing takes off.
Thanks so much, Rich.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep trying.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, and we'll just see how we go, and then we can make our wine.
We can make the wine after that.
Yeah, I'll email you about the wine.
Spine wine.
Spine wine. Oh, because of the book. Yeah, this is the beginning of Spine wine.
Spine wine. Thanks for listening and watching Ben Pope. Wasn't that informative? I, for one, am going to buy a book. So if you want to support the show and buy something, please get a Patreon membership. The link is in my profile. Or buy us a coffee where you can make a small donation. Or if you want to buy some merch, that's cool too. But I'm not forcing you to do any of this. Just keep watching, have fun, sit back, relax, and yeah.
Rich Fulcher's TalkBox.